And he came home with a funny smell. She couldn't tell what it was, but a funny smell, something unusual.
Off the top, Troy Brake on trial for the second time this year, this time for the murders of 4 people in Ottawa County last fall.
Sharmaine Zimmer, her sons Jeremy and Tyler, and Jeremy's girlfriend, Catherine Brown, were all found dead in the Zimmers' Wright Township home at the end of September. The Zimmers shot to death, Brown beaten, then burned.
It took less than 4 hours to seat a jury and then a few surprises from the prosecution. Troy Brake actually visited the Zimmer home 2 months before the murders.
24-hour News 8's Ken Kolker covering this crime since the beginning. He has the story tonight from Grand Haven.
Emotional testimony today from a mother who lost a daughter.
This was one of her poses for her senior pictures. This was the favorite one that we chose.
And a man who lost 2 brothers.
She would do anything for us. If we ever need something, she would give it to us or help us if she could.
The trial got underway quickly today. Jury pick was expected to last most of the day. Instead, it was done by lunchtime. Then it was on to opening statements. A prosecutor who says Brake was motivated by lust, going after a woman he could not have.
We investigated motive to see what the evidence would show. And what we essentially discovered is that there are 2 sides to Troy Brake. What brings the evil out of a man?
You're going to want to hold somebody accountable for this. There's no question about it. You're going to want to hold somebody accountable for it. And I'm asking you to keep that focus down to where it should be, and that's whether or not the prosecutor has adequately met his burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
The defense says a timeline based on phone records and receipts makes it impossible for Brake to be the killer. He was in Grant an hour before the fire was reported.
I don't understand why at this point they don't drop it, considering the fact that there's physical evidence that supports that Troy absolutely did not do it.
24-hour News 8's Ken Kolker is covering the trial live in Grand Haven, blogging online all day at woodtv.com. Ken is in Grand Haven right now with us. Ken, can you tell me what your reaction was to some of that surprise testimony?
Well, there were a lot of things we learned today that we had not heard before. Part of it was the fact that Troy Brake was in the home of the Zimmers about 2 months before the slayings. The last we had heard, he'd been there maybe in 8th grade. This, of course, is according to the prosecutor and a witness that the prosecutor will be bringing. The other things that they found are shell casings at the home of Troy Brake that match the shell casings at the murder scene, and also match a .40 caliber Glock that they found in Troy Brake's laundry room.
Do you consider this discrepancy about phone records placing him in Grant something that will have a major impact on the case?
Well, that should be kind of interesting, because I think part of that timeline is based on statements made by Troy Brake's girlfriend, and those statements, according to the prosecutors, have changed. So that should be a very interesting battle between the prosecution and the defense.
All right, Ken Kolker reporting live from Grand Haven. He will remain on the trial this week and for as long as it takes. Thanks, Ken.
Thank you.